Do you ever feel anxious without any clear provocation? Like you're simply watching television or maybe surfing the internet when all of a sudden you feel a burst of anxiety and you can't figure out why? And have you ever grown so accustomed to, so baffled by those random bursts that you accepted them as normal? That was me for a long time. If you listen to any of my earliest Faith Over Fear episodes, you probably heard me talk about a season during which my anxiety felt all encompassing, enslaving. Not knowing what else to do, I began persistently praying against it. And while that helped a lot, it dialed down the intensity to a manageable state, but I still felt anxious and often without any noticeable reason. And so I decided that my inner angst, it came from genetics. And while that might in part be true, I've also learned, thanks to a therapist educated in these things, that my anxiety often comes from the emotional center of my brain that detects and reacts to perceived threat faster than conscious thought, which is a good thing when someone is about to get hit by a car or bit by a snake and must react instantaneously. But this wonderful survival tool can pose challenges when its threat detector has become wonky and oversensitive. In those situations, we need God's help to untangle those fight or flight triggers of which we're unaware, at least I do. Praying Psalm 139, verses 23 and 24 daily can help. And this passage reads, "Search me, God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts. See if there is any offensive way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting." Search me, Lord. Search deep in my soul. Illuminate every shadow. Explore my motivations, my hurts, those things that I'm not even aware of that maybe I've shoved down so deep. Reveal the roots of my anxiety and lead me towards life everlasting. Lead me towards the depth of life that Jesus Christ died to give me. If you, like me, want to experience increased peace and decreased anxiety, I invite you to pray this passage with me daily well, not with me, on your own, but I will be doing it on my own. I am going to be praying this passage every day for the next week, and I invite you to join me. And then I would love if you would circle back here and let me know what you experienced as you prayed that prayer. I know that God is calling us, is leading us, and empowering us towards increased freedom. How do I know that? Because Jesus said, "I came that you might have life and have it to the full." And then he died on the cross to prove just how much he wants us to experience that life. And then he rose from the dead to prove his power to give us what he has promised.